Hey guys, it's JD from Pondscode World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this RC car made by SGILE. Now this is a $40 RC car that you guys can find on Amazon. Links will be down below this video if you want to go pick this thing up. And I guess there's not really much more to say about it other than the fact that I'm actually kind of excited to review this thing. Want to see how fast it goes. Maybe I'll have some fun with this thing, just messing around with it on my free time. So let's go and just start with showing you around the box. You can see on the top it says SGILE, or I assume that's how you say it. On the side here, you can see here ages 6+. So if you're like 6 or under, obviously you could play with this thing, but they don't, I guess, want you to. Over here, it looks like the maybe the model number right there. No picture of what it looks like. 1/16 scale, 2.4 gigahertz for the remote and stuff, I believe, for it to communicate. Looks like it says up to 11 miles per hour. We'll be testing that out. You can see on the side here, full function, vehicle controllable, forward, stop, backwards, left, straight and right, and then that in a couple of other different languages. On the side here, looks like it comes with a 6-volt battery maybe. Looks like AA 1.5 volt battery for remote, okay, not included. USB charge cable included, screwdriver, manual, 2.4 gigahertz technology, and then indoor and outdoor, obviously. On the side here, there's that. And then on the back here, just a couple warning labels and the Amazon label. Anyways, let's go ahead and open it up here. Get out my knife, cut the seal. And which way does this open? Looks like it opens. Okay, so we have some more tape here. Let's cut that. It should just open up here. And is there a trick to this box? Probably. It might open from the sides. All right, let me figure out how to open it real quick. All right, it looks like it opens from the side. I kind of saw this scene here and maybe thought it kind of opens up like that, but looks like you actually have to open it from the side here. Go and cut it here, and actually there's even more tape. There we go. Looks like on top we have a user manual right there, pretty thick, probably in a couple of different languages though. Let's go and take this out here. There's a little flap here. There we go. Pull it out. That's it for the box. Set that over here. And here it is, pretty cool. Very nice, has rubber wheels. Remote control over here. And there it is. So I'm gonna cut all these zip ties, go in and take it out. All right, it's now the next day. I went ahead and charged up the batteries for the RC car, and I also put some batteries in the remote here. And speaking of the remote, my first kind of complaint that I have about this thing is that the remote just straight up feels cheap. There's very, very little weight to it. It's all made of plastic. I mean, it just feels really cheap. So I wish the remote was made of at least some better quality materials, or at least had a better weight to it. But that's so far the only thing that I don't really like about it. Anyways, I'll go in and drive it around here as to show you guys that it does work. It does seem to work decently well too. I was messing around with this yesterday for a little while in the rain, actually. Well, it was actually after the rain, but the ground was still wet, and it survived it perfectly fine, had no problems. Also tried to go over a little jump with it, and made it one time, but the other times it just kind of went face first and just kind of hit the ground and stuff, which it didn't even seem to damage it really. Didn't seem to affect it much. So anyways, I'll drive it around here to show you guys. It does work. I'll also go over this. This is just a broom that I just laid on the ground here. I'll just go over the handle, and you can see it makes it over. Does a good job with that. If you have small obstacles, it can make it over. You see also you could go in reverse, of course. I'll kind of go over this at like a lower speed. There you go. And now it got kind of bottomed out. So if you go at it at a low speed, it's just gonna probably bottom out. So let me stop the clip. I'll get it unstuck. It's now unstuck. It's actually up there, right there. And I'm gonna kind of hit the broom here with speed I'm also trying to stress test the thing to make sure it's actually at least relatively durable. Like yesterday, kind of drove it around in the rain. Survived perfectly fine. Again, I tried to like jump it off the stairs. It only worked one time. The other times it just kind of fell down there. It didn't affect it. So I'm going to hit this full speed and see if anything happens. Nothing should happen, but I guess we'll see. Oh, there we go. Flipped over. It's actually right down there. And it made it out. There we go. And it seems to be perfectly fine. Once you hit bumps, it kind of makes it kind of bounce around and go into, for example, like here, the leaves and stuff. I kind of cleared a path here so then it doesn't have to go in the leaves. But if you hit a bump, you see it kind of controls it. Oh, and it flipped over. Now it's actually on the top now. So let me flip it back over. Also, for driving around in the leaves, it does a decent job, about what I would expect. Again, this thing isn't exactly very tall. It doesn't have very big tires, so it's not going to do great in the leaves. But I'll just show you guys here what I mean. You see there? Oh, it's stuck? Probably. Nope, we made it out. There we go. Does an alright job through the leaves. You just have to hit them with speed and you should be able to make it through. Oh, there we go. So you kind of stuck there. Anyway, so far it's not bad. Again, the only complaint that I have is just the remote control feels a bit cheap. For it bouncing around and stuff when it hits bumps, again, it's about what I was expecting. This thing isn't exactly very heavy, so it's kind of, you know, going to make it bounce whenever it hits a bump or something like that. I'll just hit the broom here once more. It actually didn't flip that time. There we go. Pretty nice. So what I'm going to actually do now is I'm going to kind of make a ramp, because I actually want to jump the thing just to show you on camera that, you know, it can survive it. All right, so the RC car is over off to the right here. I'm going to drive it around. It's going to have to go over the broom pole again. That's all right. You can see it made it. And now I'm going to hit this jump. I'm going to turn the camera just a bit just to show you guys. It's just an old road sign and my Jeep tire right there. I'm doing some work on it, so I have the tire off of it. Just going to hit it here. Hopefully I don't go off to the side or something and totally miss it. Oh, there it did it, but it hit the tire, so it flipped it over. Let me adjust this sign a little bit in the tire, see if I could get it to actually, you know, land flat. I went ahead and set up a different kind of ramp right here. Going to turn the car around and hopefully try to hit it at full speed. That's what I was trying to do with the tire there, but I just couldn't get it positioned, so then the car didn't hit the tire. Let's go and try it now. There we go. That's a good one right there. And you can see, of course, it survived perfectly fine. Has kind of like a suspension on the bottom with some springs and stuff, so it can survive an impact and be perfectly fine. And also with that suspension, when it hits hard like that, it won't just bounce. It'll kind of soak up the shock or the bump. Let's go ahead and just do this one more time just to show you guys. Oh, that time I kind of went off to the side, but hey, it landed upright. Oh, almost got stuck on the broom there, but you can see, again, it is just fine, of course. Cool, so I guess what I'll do now is just stop this clip and give you guys my final opinions. All right, so overall, what do I think of this RC car? I would say it seems to be pretty all right for the price. Again, the only real things that I don't like is the cheapness of the remote. Again, it just feels very, very cheap. There's not much weight to it. Purely made out of plastic, and I just don't like the way it feels. If there was at least a little bit more weight, you know, maybe it'd feel a lot better in my opinion. But it's just too lightweight and too cheap. I don't really care for the remote. The other thing that I don't really care about is that you have to use a screwdriver to take out the batteries, not only on the RC car, but on the remote itself too. So you have to, maybe if this thing goes dead in your driveway or something, you would have to go inside, get a screwdriver, unscrew the cover, and then put in your battery. Now this is kind of a good idea, I guess. For example, if you take this thing over a jump, normally if you don't have a screw, it would maybe fall off, or if you use these little, I don't know what to call these, but if you use these two little things here too many times, you know, it wouldn't really grip very good, and then maybe it'll just fall off really easily. I feel like you go over a jump. So the screw would be, it's really good, you know, to hold it in place better. But, you know, whenever you have to change out a battery, you're also going to have to grab a screwdriver. So keep that in mind. Luckily, though, they did include one in the package, and it fits perfect right in there. No problem. And then you could just take it off. So maybe put that in your pocket if you're going to be taking this thing out anywhere. Also, it came with 2 batteries, which is pretty sweet, honestly. The one that I used in here originally, I didn't even give it a charge, and it worked out of the box. The one that's in here now, I actually gave a charge overnight, and it seems to not really make much of a difference, though I'm sure it's a little bit faster than the one that I just simply put in here out of the box. Anyways, there it is. So far, again, it seems to be pretty all right for the price. The only real complaint is the remote and the screw on the bottom that you always have to have a screwdriver. Other than that, it seems to be pretty good. Seems to be pretty well built, except for the remote. Also, I just want to show you the suspension right here on the front. It has independent suspension right there, which is pretty cool. And then on the back here, it's just solid. One side goes up, the other side will go up, which is pretty nice. Anyway, so there it is. So far, again, I'm pretty happy with this thing for a price. So maybe, you know, for a gift for, you know, Christmas is coming up, maybe this would be a good gift for a child or something like that. Or maybe someone my age that just, you know, was in general interested in RC cars. Wouldn't be a bad gift. It's actually pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.